Hello there. So I have a question for you. You ready for it? I want to know what you think when you hear this statement. You ready for it? You look good for your age. What do you think about that? Does it bother you? Is it a compliment? Is it an insult? I bring this up because I was out recently with some friends, and a person who was not part of our group that doesn't know us asked one of my friends how old they were, and she said, "I'm 56." And the other person said, "Wow, you look really good for your age." And that sparked a whole conversation and a mixed bag of opinions. And I had to really think about it. I'm like, I don't know. First of all, I'm pretty unflappable. There isn't a lot that you can phase me with or bother me with, or certainly not offend me with. You know, you can take some guesses how I feel about people being offended by words and things. I mean, that's it's just silly to me. So, so I guess right off the bat, I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I'm going to take it as a compliment because I want to look good for my age. I want to look good for any age that I'm at. I want to look, as good as I can. I want to look my personal best, which my personal best may be better or worse than somebody else's personal best. But, I don't really think we should be comparing, even though we do. We do. We're just human. We can't help it. And if I see a woman that is, we'll go with older than me. If I see a woman in her 60s, I'm 50, I'm turning 52 next month. Um, so if somebody says to me, "Hey, you look really good for your age," I'm taking it as a compliment. I feel like it's a compliment. I don't think it's an insult. Now, there's the actress. Her name is Angela Bassett. She's been around for a long time actress, beautiful, stunning woman. Again, she's beautiful at any and every age that. So I guess what her point is that you don't need the qualifier. Or technically they're calling it a backhanded insult. So do you think it's a backhanded insult? I guess maybe it is, but it's certainly an unintentional one. It's not a malicious one. I don't think anybody says that with a malicious intent, with that snarky for your age tone in their voice. I think it's a genuine wow. But here is, let's see if I can find it. Here is what she had to say about it. Here.
Oh, I hear that a lot.
I don't like this either. It's a backhanded compliment.
Right. You look good for your age. With that look and the eye.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm just shocked.
You just feel like, oh my God, I should look like a troll, a witch with a hooked nose, and my face, skin should be like dripping off my face, and my butt should be as wide as this couch.
Oh
what? I should look bad for my age.
Oh my God, it's not a compliment.
I was like, thank you.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could look at it that way and see it that way and perceive it that way, and maybe you wouldn't be wrong. But I'm just feeling like, I don't know, maybe it's just my personality type that I'm just like, whatever. You just told me I look good. I'll run with that. I'll run with that part of it. Thank you. I don't take offense to being told for your age, because I think what people are doing, like I know this for myself. So have you ever? I've seen it a bunch of times, especially recently. I'm going to try and throw up a few images here. But when I personally think about women in their 50s, from when I was a kid, like from the 70s, from the 80s, oh my God, even from the 90s. What years were the Golden Girls on? I need to find this out. I'm going to check it out. So let's use that as a reference, because there is a meme that has gone around of a picture of the Golden Girls with their ages at the time, or at least their characters' ages at the time of that show, of that series. And it was a little stunning. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to hunt it down, show it to you. So here it is. Yeah. So when I think about the fact that I'm turning 52 and they were in that age range at that time, I mean, we are not the same. And I'm not like patting myself on the back. I'm not saying I look great or anything like that at all. Just saying we look really different. And part of the theory is the hairstyles. So you have to check this out.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
Okay. So there's something to that, right? And of course, a lot of different things. Way less of us, yeah, are smoking cigarettes, right? We're more conscious of our health and our appearance. Not to say they didn't care about their appearance. It was just different. It's just very different. Different times, different motivations, different beauty standards too. Things change over the years. So I guess my only point being is that when somebody says to you, wow, you look really good for your age, they're comparing it to a standard that they remember from their childhood, probably, or from their youth. That, like, wow, when I thought of, and we do stay locked in our young minds in some ways, right? I mean, we mature and all those things, but there's certain things I think that we stay locked in on. And I think that's one of them. Like, it's our default setting that when we think about certain ages, we have this automatic picture in our mind. Usually it's our own grandparents at the same age, and I think of, gosh, I'm thinking my grandparents, they were both in their 60s when they passed, and my grandmother was a young in early 60s. So we think. She never actually told us her real age. But for example, I look at my husband who is 60, and it's like, wow, that's what 60 looks like now. Interesting. That's very interesting. But then you see 60 on somebody else, and you're like, whoa, that's a big difference. Your 60 and your 60 are so different, so different. So all in all, I think asking the question or making the statement of you look good for your age, my personal opinion is not an insult. It's the compliment that it's meant to be. Take it as such, say thank you, and move on. But I really want to know, do you think it's a compliment or a backhanded insult? So let me know.